Good morning, Myra. I was going to talk about Martin Davis and mathematics. The real story that I was telling was this thing was one day at Cambridge. I think it must have been a Friday. I think it was happy hour. And I just discovered this FOM list, this Foundations of Mathematics, which was full of these mathematicians pontificating on the foundations of mathematics. And it's administered, it was run by Martin Davis, and may still be, I don't know. And I can't remember the date, because the original message will be in the archive somewhere. It was by John McCarthy, and it was about something about interpreting completely alien languages or something. And they were talking about the fact, and I said, well, why do you have to? They sort of discussing on this list what are the real foundations of mathematics, and I said, why does it have to be anything? Why does it have to be anything concrete? Don't you just need something that's expressive enough to model what you're talking about? Because some people call themselves intuitionists, and they won't accept certain logical laws, like the law of the excluded middle or double negation. And other people claim to be classicists or classical logicians, and they do accept these things, and then they end up disagreeing about what's true and what's and I think they end up even disagreeing about what consistency means. It gets kind of complicated. But in the end, this list seemed to have a lot of people sort of with religious views about foundations. And I really couldn't understand it. I thought what matters is that we understand what the others are saying. I don't mind if somebody is fixed on some fundamental, this must be the objective truth, logic. I mean, I'm more interested in the kind of theorems that you can prove. To me, it's sort of, I don't know. So I wrote this, I can't remember, obviously, it was a long time ago. It was 2000, and I guess it must have been 2006, I suppose. So I wrote this thing about an alien, and it ended up being sort of doggerel about an alien, weird alien dance that you could interpret as mathematics. And the response I got from Martin Davis was, your post has been, they give you these formal responses, your post to FOMList has been rejected because it does not have enough foundational content. And I just thought kind of, duh. That was what I was trying to say. I mean, so and it sounds like, I mean, Hilary Putnam and Martin Davis must have known each other quite well because they did all this work together. Davis, Putnam, this and that. And Martin Davis was one of students of Alonzo Church. And so was Dana Scott. And my friend Robin Milner, who died suddenly, he also worked with Dana Scott. His Martin Davis church number is 1. And Alan Turing did his PhD. I think his PhD supervisor was Alonzo Church. So he also has a church number of 1. But I don't think Martin Davis and I get along very well. Martin Davis supposedly is still alive, so maybe you better check with him. But if we are friends, he hasn't told me about it. There's this guy Harvey that's involved in this as well, and he's got this weird reverse mathematics project. I don't know what's going on with that lot. A guy called Warren Pratt used to post interesting things on that list. My friend at Cambridge, Thomas Forster, used to post interesting things. And there was this other guy called Roger Bishop Jones who was... I tried talking to him, he was at Cambridge, he was a sort of independent philosopher, he called himself. Honestly, nothing that guy ever said or wrote was it ever made any damn sense at all. I just thought it was pretentious fucking waffle. Dana Scott used to post things on that list too. But it's really interesting what Hilary Putnam talks about, psychological descriptions of systems at a psychological level, and but all Putnam's discourse is all full of what I'd call concrete denotation. But he's quite aware that eventually it gets to stuff like quantum mechanics, and he says that's not concrete. I'm sure something interesting happens if you take that relational semantic idea of Rovelli's, of quantum mechanics, and you put that into your model. That is a really great lecture by Putnam. He keeps his feet on the ground, and it's masterful. Absolutely fucking masterful. People go mad studying logic. Schoenfinkel ended up in a lunatic asylum, so they say. Maybe it was just a holiday camp. I'm gonna go and eat some breakfast. The ants are crawling into my shirt. I don't feel like I'm gonna get in a whole lot of trouble for saying that. But who knows? I had no idea what was going on around me. It's just bizarre. Something to do with electric charge on human bodies or something. Something completely not my fault. Not my fault. I did not do this. See you again soon.